Where country's country, yeah.
All right.
The award-winning Tennessee WildCast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. Hey, we're excited to have you in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We got a pretty cool show for you today. We're going to tie in a little Nashville, a little music, and a little outdoors.
Can't beat that.
Don, thanks for being here with me.
You bet. I'm glad that Ben Gallaher's here with us today.
Yeah, Ben Gallaher, and it's going to be fun. A singer, a songwriter, an outdoorsman. He's been in Nashville about 8 years. We'll get more of those details as we go on, but he's got some cool music out there and also loves the outdoors. So
yeah, good combination.
Should be a fun show. We got a lot going on in Tennessee. There's a lot to do out there. Squirrel season's wrapping up, but fishing season will get hot here soon.
That's right.
And it's always fun to be outdoors.
Looks like he does a little bit of both, too.
Yeah. We got some pictures we'll show. It's going to be fun. So, Ben, thank you for being here.
Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. I came across an Instagram channel. We'll give them a plug. Music Grow Outdoors on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, I got just the guy for you to come on the show and talk about outdoors and music. And so Ben's here. And we're glad he's here.
We are, and we were talking about this before the show started, too. We're in such a unique place. You know, Tennessee is awesome, and Nashville's the hub. I mean, not only for music, but Middle Tennessee's great for hunting, fishing, and all things outdoors. So we're glad to have you, Ben.
Big time. Well, I appreciate it. It's good to be here.
So tell us about yourself, Ben. You grew up in Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania, yeah. South Central Pennsylvania.
So tell us about what it was like growing up, and you spent some time in the outdoors, right?
Yeah. From a small town in Pennsylvania, outside of Harrisburg, Hershey area, and grew up in the outdoors ever since I was a kid, and playing guitar ever since I was a kid. 6 years old, I started playing, and grew up on country music, 90s country music strictly.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only thing in the house playing. I had vivid memories of sitting in my dad's single cab F-150, listening to Tim McGraw Down on the Farm, you know. But 90s, that's where I really fell in love with country, and then playing myself, and that was it.
Yeah. Who introduced you to the outdoors? Who got you fired up about being outside and that kind of thing?
My dad, and it came from his dad. I have two older brothers, and it's really just it's been a part of our family and a huge thing, and tradition, as long as I can remember and pass down. And I feel like that tradition specifically is really important.
Oh yeah.
And passing that thing on, I mean, is that's just big.
Yeah. It's a heritage, it's a tradition. It's all those things that it gets passed down from generation to generation.
So important, because a lot of kids, you know, got that generation skipped. You know, their folks weren't involved outdoors, and all of a sudden they're they're kind of out in the they're just, you know, unprepared. They just they haven't had that experience or developed that love for being outside. So
100%, and it makes it easier too when you grew up in it. Not that you can't, if you didn't grow up in that type of environment or those traditions. But for me and my brothers, like, it was hunting, it was fishing, it was hiking, it was camping, tent camping under the stars, like those types of things. They just that lasts forever.
Yeah, that mentoring aspect is so important, too. We're finding out. All the research shows that, you know, unless somebody has somebody they can hook up with and say, hey, come out and let me show you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so hard to get folks into it. So,
yeah. Well, tell us about your music. You started playing at age 6.
Yeah.
What led you to country music and led you to Nashville?
Yeah, so age 6, I started playing guitar. I actually pounded on Campbell's soup cans with pencils. I was a drummer.
So you were a drummer?
Yeah.
Hey, drummers are great.
Right?
You got some drums in the
and
studio.
I heard that at the beginning. Guitar, I just felt like it kind of fit me better. I never really had. I had a little bit of lessons when I switched to guitar at the early age, chord structures, and that with 90s country music. I mean, I always wanted to get to Nashville, even as a kid, and I think it goes from like being this dream of like that's so crazy when you're like a kid, and then you get a little older and you realize like, no, like I'm gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
So I never had like a plan B. Like I never had a. Well, if this doesn't work out, then I'll go do this. Like I felt like I'm here to play music, and that was it.
Good for you.
So I moved at 19. I didn't know anybody, but it was never really a frightening thing because this is where I felt like I have to be,
right.
where I want to be too. Right. So it was never like a huge obstacle or struggle to move away 12 hours. I was the only one from the family to move away. So
it's a small community here in Nashville. Once you get here and get settled in, it's smaller than you think. You know,
man, no kidding. And somebody told me it's like the first or second week I was here. I was playing around at the Commodore on West End.
Oh yeah.
And somebody said to me, "Man, welcome to Nashville. Here you're going to meet the family you didn't know you had." And I always thought that was pretty cool because it is such a small community.
I like that.
And it has that family vibe, especially in music industry here. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, we want to hear some music today.
Yeah.
So how about we hear one of your new songs, "This Young"?
Yeah, awesome.
This is your latest, right?
It is. Yeah, we just put this out not too long ago. It's available anywhere you can find music.
Anywhere you can find music. You can see a video. I think there's a video out there.
Yeah.
On YouTube and in your social channels. But let's hear a song from Ben, "This Young." How about we do that?
Awesome.
All right.
Waiting on this red light to change, baby. Be there at 5. Grab your shoes and meet me down at the end of your drive. You can finish putting your makeup on in my review. Every second, every minute's just a waste of time when I'm not with you. This is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. There's only one way the world turns and one way that clock runs. I wanna kiss you, baby, like we're running out of time. I wanna live it like this is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. Gotta get where we're going so we can slow it down. It's the kind of night that heaven made for stretching out. Wanna pour a cup and raise it up to a good time song. We only got one life to do it right, so girl, come on, before it's gone. This is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. There's only one way the world turns and one way that clock runs, yeah. I wanna kiss you, baby, like we're running out of time. I wanna live it like this is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. Like it's our last chance, like it's the last time. last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. There's only one way the world turns and one way that clock runs. I wanna kiss you, baby, like we're running out of time. I wanna live it like this is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. Yeah, this is the last night you and I are ever gonna be this young. Come on, baby, come on, baby.
Good stuff. So, did you write that one yourself or co-write it? Or?
Co-wrote that
okay.
with Neil Thrasher and Michael Delaney.
All right.
And we started playing it out live not long after we wrote it, and saw a great response. I love doing that with new songs, getting out there and playing them live, because you can see firsthand if a song's connecting. Mm-hmm. And we just saw it really connecting night after night. So that's one of the indicators I'll use, deciding which songs to cut. Writing a new song every day of the week, they add up, and you can't release them all. So it's hard, because you can get attached to songs, songs that I may personally love that may not go over as well live, or vice versa. Always love to use the crowd and the fans as the best judge of which ones to go in and record and then put out officially.
I could see a lot of people, that imagery in that song, I could see a lot of people connecting with that. I could see how that could be a popular song. So you mentioned some of your musical influences, and I was just looking at some of my notes here, and I thought it would be cool you said Tim McGraw. Who's some other ones that sparked some interest in you? And
oh man, Brooks and Dunn, Black Hawk, Clint Black, all those guys in the 90s, Travis Tritt. Oftentimes somebody say, who's your favorite country artist in the 90s or band? And I couldn't even name one. It was just, it was all those guys that it really molded me musically. And such a distinct sound that 90s country was. I mean, it is like, I don't know, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good era. It was a good era for country music, and
so much so that there are a lot of stations that I hear, that tag themselves 90s country and beyond, or whatever,
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely has its niche for sure.
And when you rattle off those names, it makes me think of the outdoors. A lot of the songs, pertain to the outdoors. All of them had something that Red Dirt Road and all this other stuff, out there in the backcountry and that kind of stuff. But I wanted to show some pictures of some of your adventures outdoors.
Yeah.
We had some shots you shared with us, deer hunting and predator hunting and things like that. And tell us about the deer. Where was that one taken?
That's Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's Pennsylvania. It's a 9 or a 10, I guess 9 if that one.
Not quite long enough to count.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah. It's one of those things where you really want to, but you can't.
Boone and Crockett wouldn't score.
Might be depending on who you're talking to.
Right. That one's mounted at my place right now.
Oh,
so
great.
I get to look at it every single day and remember that.
That brings home back too. It keeps
right.
Yeah. So was that the biggest you've harvested?
That's the biggest one I've killed. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a nice one.
Good incentive for our radio listeners to tune in online or watch us on TV and see these pictures.
Yeah. Tune in and watch and listen. And but anyway, and then you got this smallmouth was a Tennessee.
Yeah,
fish,
it is.
right?
That's at Tim's Ford Lake.
Wow, that's a nice fish.
Is there a lot of good fishing up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. A lot of good trout fishing too.
Okay.
But if we're talking largemouth, smallmouth bass, I mean, especially largemouth, I would rather fish largemouth down here.
Yeah. Well, we got some big fish in Chickamauga. And
man, I fished Lake Chickamauga and bow fished it. I mean, both. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. How big was that smallmouth there?
Man.
Do you remember?
We didn't even weigh it. No.
It's pretty. smallmouth is king down here in Tennessee, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he fought like a golly.
I bet.
As they do.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So you've done a lot of fishing and hunting in Tennessee, a lot of fishing and hunting up in Pennsylvania. But now that you're in Tennessee, you're doing a lot of touring. Tell us about some of the tours you've been on, and I know you've been a special prison tour recently.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of that.
Yeah, so I've been on the road for probably about 5 years, beating it up all over, everywhere from Connecticut to San Diego. But have opened up for Leonard Skinner and Hank Williams Jr. And,
All right.
Did some with Blake Shelton and 38 Special, Lee Bryce. But getting out there and playing, like that's, if I'm not hunting or fishing or thinking about those things, it's thinking about getting out there and playing for the fans. I mean, that's what it's about. And meeting all kinds of new people that that love country music and the outdoors too.
Well, you never know who you're going to end up opening for or working with. What was it like working with some of those guys? I mean, those are some big names.
Yeah, I mean, Leonard Skinner. I mean, also growing up on like Sweet Home Alabama,
Sure.
Steps, all that stuff. Standing side stage was pretty. I mean, like, holy cow, we were at a bunch with them. But standing there saying, how many times you think that they played Sweet Home Alabama? I mean, night for how many years?
And
night
make it sound
night.
like the first time.
Exactly,
every night.
and
Yeah.
make it sound like the first time. And like they just kill it, just bringing it night after night. It was really, really awesome to see and taking mental notes. Watching such a iconic band like that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you're touring, do you have a band you're working with?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
How many pieces?
It's 4 of us total.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good number for a band.
Can do a lot of damage with 4 people.
Yeah.
Can't you?
A lot of damage.
Good full sound, I'd say.
Yeah, that's good.
So tell us about the prison tour. What was that all about, and what inspired you to do that?
Yeah, so I was 19, and a fan and friend of mine worked at one of the state prisons in Pennsylvania. He said, hey, man, we're thinking about doing something different this year. Would you ever think about coming in and playing a show at the state prison here for the inmates? And I looked at him and said, no, I haven't thought about that before. Reminded me of Johnny Cash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll come in. I'll do that. Just solo acoustic, and I only did one that year. And it kind of spread to the other state prisons. So I made a tour of it. This past December was my 9th year doing it.
Wow.
And it's pretty wild. Playing anywhere from 150 to 300 inmates. This was this past year I was playing, and an inmate comes up afterwards, and he said, man, I've been in here for almost 20 years. He was like, and watching that set, your songs make me want to be a better person when I get out of here in a couple months. And it brings me light in my future. And I didn't even like country music before your show. Like, I'm not a country music fan.
Wow.
But you gave me positivity and like a chance that I can do good in this world. And like that right there, I mean, that's why I keep going back. But it's so powerful.
Yeah.
So if I can try to make a change or help somebody with some positivity and hope through my songs and music, I mean, it's really powerful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, music, I mean, it speaks to everybody, and certain songs speak other ways to different people. It's pretty amazing how a song can touch someone and change somebody's life. You said
100%.
You've done it for 9 years. How many gigs do you have in that year?
Yeah, so I do it in the month of December.
Okay. So as many as you can hit up, I guess, in that time.
Yeah, so I'll go back up to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving, and then right after that, it's opening day of PA rifle.
You got to get that in.
I'm missing that. I tell my team booking agency, all right, these are off limits for the road shows. And I got some time in the woods, and then the prison tour is all of December up until Christmas, and then I'll come home. I'll come back here home right after Christmas. So it works out great for like a good 3-4 weeks in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's when I'll do anywhere from usually from like 10 to 13 state prisons.
Good deal
in that segment.
That's a busy month.
Yeah.
They're like, it's every day of the week.
And they really appreciate it. Not only the inmates, but the folks who are there with them day to day. It's something different for them, and 100%. Something of interest, something that somebody cares. From the outside coming in and sharing some time and a little bit of your heart with them.
You enjoy being outdoors. Tell us what your favorite thing is about being outside, hunting, fishing, that kind of thing. What's your favorite thing to do outside?
I guess it depends on the time of year. When it's fishing, spring, summer, man, I'm in fish mode. But fall or even pre-fall, I'm 100% hunting, and obviously the goal, like the harvest, but it's not just about that. Like it's really the pursuit and all the things that go into it for hunting specifically. But food plots and the planning, checking cameras and habitat, all of the management, all of those things combined, and checking wind before you're going out to switch your stand based on the wind. Like all of that combined with the traditions of hunting, you just can't beat that.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it than just hopping in the stand and making it happen, right?
100%.
It's all those things you talk about, people may not think about, but it's all part of the hunt, all part of the fishing trip, knowing the spots, knowing how to move and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and same thing goes with fishing. Weather conditions and drop-offs underneath the water, and just doing some research and doing some homework too before to try to up the chances. But
yeah. So you've got another one you want to share with us. Where country's country.
Where country's country. That's exactly right.
I think that'd be a fun one to kick off next. I haven't heard this one, so I'm anxious to hear it.
Got to get a tune here. So the story with this...
Tuning is important.
Tuning is important. The story with this song is... 2 years ago, it was, my brothers and I surprised my dad on a northern pike fishing trip up in Canada for his retirement.
Oh, we got that picture too. We'll try to show that.
Oh, awesome.
Is that one? I seen you with a pike or something there.
Yeah, that was it. And so this was like maybe a week before I was going up there, and I was sitting in the room talking to the co-writers, and what do we want to write about? And I was like, man, I'm just getting a little tired of the city here, man. I gotta being cooped up with all the concrete. I gotta get out. I gotta get outdoors. And we were talking about this trip, and I'm like, it's hard for me to even concentrate on songwriting right now here in Nashville, because all I got is this on my mind. Sitting on that boat. So anyway, it was in Ontario where we were going, and now we go every year. It started off as like a one thing.
That's awesome.
Love it so much that we go back every year and for 4 days and get up there. But anyway, that's where the song's called Where Country's Country, and we were just saying, man, I just got to get out there. Just country is country. I mean, it's the backwoods, but that's where it came from.
Awesome. Well, let's hear it. Where country's country.
Like a copperhead, I need to get gone and get on off the grid. I need to haul ass out of this concrete jungle I'm in. I gotta gotta go. You can't see them stars in the city. You can't smell that sweet magnolia in the air. I need a whiskey sipping sunset sitting in an old rocking chair. I gotta go, I gotta go. Out where we don't lock our doors, flat top picking on an old back porch, dirt slinging off 4x4s. We're country's country, a sundress and a southern breeze, sweet tea lips kissing on me. If you're looking, you can bet I'll be. We're country's country, yeah. I need to smoke something left-handed and feel the shine of a bootlegger buzz. I'm talking red, white, and blue collar doing what country does. What country does? Out where we don't lock our doors, flat top picking on an old back porch, dirt slinging off 4x4s. We're country's country, a sundress and a southern breeze, sweet tea lips kissing on me. If you're looking, you can bet I'll be. We're country's country, yeah. I need a road that bends like a copperhead. I need to get gone and get on off the grid. Out where your boots get muddy, small town girls looking like money. Cross that creek if you want a little honey. Out where we don't lock our doors, flat top picking on an old back porch, dirt slinging off 4x4s. We're country's country, a sundress and a southern breeze, sweet tea lips kissing on me. Where I was born and they'll bury me. We're country's country, yeah.
All right. Wow.
How about a hand for the guitar player, too?
That was awesome.
That was Ben playing guitar. Just wanted you to know.
Yeah. Man, those licks, fingers moving, that was awesome.
Thank you.
I love that one. That was great.
Very
great.
good.
Hey, tell them real quick, where can they find you on Instagram? Ben_Gallaher, right?
Yeah, Ben_Gallaher, Twitter, Ben_Gallaher, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere you can find music online too, you can find all my stuff. We got some new stuff on the pipeline coming out, so stay tuned.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, all those places. You're out there, right?
Yes, I am.
Check out the video, This Young, and go download that last song for sure. I love that. If you got that one out there.
Man, that's not even out yet. That's unreleased, but hey.
That's a teaser right there.
Soon.
Preview.
Maybe you can find that one. And download This Young as well. So, Ben, thank you again.
I appreciate it.
It's been fun. Don, thank you for co-hosting.
You bet. Ben, keep up the great work out there outdoors.
Hey,
yeah.
Thanks for having me out.
Yep. We'll see you next time on Tennessee WildCast.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee WildCast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.